So hello everyone, my name's Toby from Toby's Urban Sketch, and today we are thinking about negative space. This is my little primer on what is negative space and how and why to use it. So firstly, what is negative space? Well, negative space is the idea of drawing something or painting something by painting what's around it. So as an example, a really simple example would be to draw an apple. But instead of actually drawing any apple at all, what we do is we grab the shape around it and we can create an apple void, if you like, that then builds in our mind's eye, because we've got this contrast between the dark and the light. We can now start to see that we've got an apple, or perhaps it's a tomato or whatever, and we could then apply a little bit of shading to our negative space and we can start to build up that it's actually a sphere. But the most basic version is to just leave a big blank, literally a white space. Now in oil painting, acrylic painting, the negative space you might produce actively, you might paint. In sketching, certainly in ink sketching and in watercolours, what you need to do is plan ahead and leave that space white, because you can't reclaim white very easily in, well, certainly not in black ink. You can in watercolours if you use things like white gouache, but it's not as easy and it doesn't fit the natural watercolour feel. So why do we want negative space? Well, there's a few reasons. One, it simplifies the image. So if we were to perhaps have my favourite thing to draw often, a lighthouse, and then we've got all these rocks, we've got all this sea and everything going on behind it, and perhaps there's some trees, and if you start filling this whole image with colour, so why don't I just do that really quickly. So we've sort of got a red lighthouse, and maybe these are actually really bright trees as well, so it's nice green trees, and then everything in the front got a sort of mix of browns and greens, and before you know, you've lost sort of where you were trying to look. It's all very, very busy, and obviously I'm exaggerating this, and actually you might even say, these really bold, bright colours are interesting, but there is definitely an element of truth in saying that all this, everything going on, you just can't tell where to look. Your viewer doesn't have a simple place to just put their eye and go, that's interesting. So negative space can simplify things. Now if we do an example over here, just using the wrong pen there. So if we do an example over here, and we do exactly the same scene, little lighthouse, and we can do even a little bit of detail in the foreground. Now we can choose what we want to leave blank. So let's say that we are, in this instance, going to be leaving some negative space. So you could use negative space to highlight your lighthouse. You could paint all around it and leave that negative space, and that immediately draws your eye to this really bright, bold thing in the middle. You could also paint your focal point, your interesting thing. So we've got a bright red object here, and then you could just choose which bits are important in highlighting that. So having a nice contrast directly around an object, so red and blue provide nice contrasting tones, warm and cold, so immediately actually this red and blue are drawing each other in, or the blue is pointing in towards that red. But then we could leave all of this white, and that kind of gives your eye somewhere to sort of focus. And you see how now the line work just brings you in. You look at these blank areas and you get brought into the middle. You can enhance your negative space a little bit with splashes. So yeah, okay, there's lots of greens, so let's just do a few splashes of green. And now your eye can go, oh, interesting, and then it follows the line work, it follows the flow of the image. So apart from simplifying, I think the short version of what I'm trying to say there, apart from simplifying, is that you can use negative space to provide a flow to your image, to direct people towards your focal point and towards what you're interested in them seeing. And in doing so, you can also simplify it, make it quicker and easier to sketch, and reduce the amount of details and extraneous things you're adding the further away you get from your focal point. So I hope that's a sort of useful brief primer in negative space. I just thought as well, whilst we're here, I would quickly show you an example of something I sketched recently, which I use a lot of negative space in. And I think it demonstrates these principles quite well, and you can also probably see why I was doing such a scene as a lighthouse before. So all of this negative space here pulls you in, and this negative horizon line, everything pulls you in towards the thing which is interesting, the only thing which has really got any detail on it, which is the lighthouse. Around the lighthouse we've got contrasting colours and tones, and again outside these is negative space and a few splashes, and the shapes of these things are also all pointing you towards this focal point. And in doing that, I've simplified my time, so this whole complicated rocky area suddenly didn't need sketching, didn't need painting. So that, in short, is why I love using negative space. I think it provides a really interesting sort of artistic motif you can use. It simplifies things, it speeds things up, and it prevents you from overworking and overcomplicating images. If you enjoy my little tutorials like this, do let me know, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much.